Hello everyone, QC Runner Games, and today we are hopefully going to have a little bit shorter episode today. The goal of this episode is just to review and catch up on everything that's been going on with now that the event is over. The last 10 days of the event, I was more or less grinding on 3 separate accounts, and it was just busy, with a full-time job, full family, and trying to do this, and for some reason starting a YouTube channel with that going on and during an event and doing all the grinding on those was a little bit too much. So it was hard to keep up with everything. Um, so now that the event is over, we can see that Grav is missing here from the front of our castle. My plan for this video is just to catch up on some of the things I want to try to do and get organized, and that's really it. The goal of the next video, the next Hustle Castle video anyway, is going to be to excuse me, is going to be to give the guide on taking an account from beginner to TR6, and in that I'll also discuss what you can do to recover an account that you did incorrectly, as long as you're not too far along down the path of the dark side. So that'll be the next goal. But today I just don't have enough time to get into that and have a longer video. So I'm gonna do a couple things here. With the last event, I got my power up to 2.29 million. I believe before that, I was just barely over 2.05 maybe or something, or maybe 2.1, just lows. So I got nearly or somewhere around 200,000 extra power during this event with kind of reprioritizing my team. I got the artifact. Let's get here, take a look here. So we got the artifact here that we gave. I switched over to have a second tank instead of a second tank instead of an assassin. And then I got rid of one of my res mages and got this archer. And this archer I did a few battles here and there. This archer is doing the majority of the damage. So this was a huge pickup having this. I'm looking at these weapons. They're actually way better than I even expected. High DPS bow with crit as its main option. And then we have 22% chance of dealing 92% to a group. So that's also very good. So down here for our gems, our slots, we got crit and damage. Very huge, especially for an archer, which was a 98. I'm trying to ignore all these messages coming. There's probably going to be a bunch of them. And then we also put on this gear, which we didn't have before, which was a very large 6,000 damage with big health. Plus it has a crit and dodge. Down here we got dodge, crit, all blue stones. Very, very big getting all these crits in here. And then the ring also is a 99 with the crit, dodge again for the slots. Very good. The magic damage, I don't believe that a archer can deal magic damage, but the crit and dodge are very good. And then this one is not a whole lot. This isn't even for an archer, but I can still get the armor and the health out of it. I currently have a legendary amulet being generated in the jewel room downstairs here. What is this called? This guy? Not that one. The jewelry workshop. So I'm trying to generate a legendary amulet. Hopefully it'll be a non-mage one. But regardless, so this change that I made was huge, having this. And I still have a few violet gems to insert. Throughout the day, I was battling some of my neighbors showing up on the maps here, trying to get some with the higher gold count. So I got my gold at 6.8, so I can do a little gym work here tonight, hopefully. And I could do a gym bay run, but I don't know that is that interesting. Maybe not. But I do want to go into gym bay and go to the store, and I have 33,000 tokens here, so it means it's going to be enough to buy 3 violet gems. So I am going to do that today and see what we get. A dodge, not so bad, I'll take it. Another dodge. I don't really know what my preference is. I guess damage would be good or crit, but and health. I don't really know. I don't have that many violets, so I will take pretty much everything. And the downside of that is I just completely devastated my total here, and I'm only getting this. That was many months of very inconsistent grinding through Gembay. I don't usually have um, premium, so with regular you get one free Gembay, and then you can have another for I think 250,000 apples. If you have premium, you get two frees and then 250,000 apples. And there's many days where I don't do anything, so I need to add that to my grind schedule. Start doing that to get the gems. Um, I don't have a very good Gembay team, so maybe we'll go over that real quick just to show how I go through Gembay. But it's not the greatest. I can get maybe up to 15 if things go my way. And the big payouts are, we can't see that now. The big payouts are after that. I don't really get to that level. So this team is not built for doing any success at Gembay. So it's going to take me a very long time to get back up to those kinds of numbers. So that was one of the things I wanted to do. And where can I look at my gems here? Let's do a quick inlay. So down here is all I need to get. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 violet gems and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blues. There's really no reason I shouldn't have those inserted already. Because if I look down at my teams, this one mostly blues with some violets, but look at all those greens down there. Problem is, especially with a lot of these are not, that one's actually accurate, but magic damage, again, I don't think that a non-magician can use that. I guess I need to research that and find out. This one's good, so I can power this guy up, but it's only a level 91. Do I want to spend that time and money on a 91? If you put something in, you have to pay gems, like the diamonds, the currency of diamonds to get them out again. So they're not going to be wasted, but you need to pay something. So do I want to invest that into something at a 91? And here's only 90? Maybe? Not sure, but here I could certainly go. But again, that's not accurate. If I did just get the dodge, so I could add the dodge there. Dodge, I could add the violet dodge there as well. And those are crits. They don't have crits, but so I could have had them here, and certainly this character would be great because she's a beast for sure. This guy's 93. Once I get my other two people up to 100, he's probably going back into the training room, and this very low. So yeah, I don't know. And this guy could certainly power up its crit and damage spell power. These are ready. Got the health there, but I don't know if spending health on a mage is the way to go either. So, as with this game of mini games, it's just some trial and error. And what my plan, I reworked my team. I have currently 2 archers, 2 mages, and 2 tanks now. But my goal was to, follow some of these bigger guys I've seen up, right here. So if you look at the top players, they're running some pretty powerful stuff. That I'm just gonna pick some random. Here we go, number 20, Plop. Let's go take a look at Plop's team here. So we'll go visit and see what Plop is running. There's a lot of them that are running 3 mages now. This one looks like it's not, so bad example. So we got a res weapon, we got a damage, not res weapon, a res mage, damage mage. Here's their tank. Tank with splash damage. This is not even close to anything I've seen for the other ones. There we go. There's the group attack with archer, another group attack with the archer, and another res mage. Okay, well, this is the first time I've seen anybody with 3 mages, 2 res mages. But again, we got the 2 archers. Right now I have a 100 archer and a 93 archer, so I need to get some stronger. Need to get these guys trained up yet. So we got a 93 and a 94. So Ken just hit 94. So we got 6 more levels. He's got 5 days, so it's still 30 more days for Ken to get to 100. And then 5 days behind that, or 3 days, 3.5 days behind that, Jerry will come in. So we still got a ways to go. Once I do that, then I'll have a full set of 6 of 100, and then I'll be a little bit more willing to spend on some of these. All right, with that said, enough babbling. I said I wasn't going to do that and make this short, and I've been babbling a lot. So one of the other items I want to do, like I said, was to get some of these gems inlaid into some of these. So this was our big yeah, our big redstone that we got in the last off the wheel. So let's take a look and see if we can. We'll use that. The problem is, let's go down here. See what we got. So I got the 2 dodges. Definitely, before I record these, need to turn all these off. As you can see, I get alerts come from another Prime Discord list, and that's where I'm getting some of the ideas that I already have, and then actually seeing other people post certain things. And there's no right or wrong way to do anything, but you start seeing the same people posting similar ideas, and it becomes definitely not necessarily a right, but a good way to do something. So that is certainly one of the sources where I'm getting some of my information. All right, so yeah, look at that. I got 1, 3. Why is this giving? Oh, there's a dodger. So we got 3 violet dodges and 2 blue dodges, which don't help at all. Fortunately, nothing else I can put in there. So inlay, let's go back to this one. This one, if I could get this a full violet, that would be pretty sweet. So we got crits. I don't know if we had any crits down here, do we? No crits I can inlay in there, so that's not an option. Well, I guess I should have been a little bit more prepared for this to be able to show this on screen. All right, I'm gonna just spend time on that later. But my goal, like I said before, let's go back, look at these diamonds, is to get these diamonds, or not diamonds, these gems inlaid. And hopefully with that, I can drive my 2297 up to, I honestly have no idea, maybe, 2350. And then once I can get rid of this 85 and get rid of this 93, have them up, I think you're getting 1,000 extra per level. So it's at 93, so it's 7 plus 1,000 and 15 plus 1,000. So that's an extra 22,000 just by getting them up to 100. Plus, I'll be able to carry higher stuff. So that would put me at 235, probably an extra 150, so maybe 2.5. For me, that's really good, especially on a TR10 account that is not very good. This account is lacking severely, but I'm continuing to grind with the goal of getting it out there and getting it more competitive. If I can get this count up to like 2.8, then when I get into the arena, it gives me a chance to start having, a couple more people I can potentially beat. Or if I could maybe get, this archer is doing a lot of damage, maybe get one more archer doing, this is another group attack here, right? So I could put some better gems in there, make that a little bit more powerful maybe. I just hate to waste all the gems. I guess I can remove them later. If I had blues in there, that would be, I think blues to remove them are 15, so 75 gems to get that out. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. You can get that back just by playing for a couple days. So that would make me more powerful. And having these archers in the back row and having a tank in the front that just lasts for a long time, with archers just dealing massive damage, that might be the way I can become more competitive. So that's certainly what I'm driving for. Especially when I have this guy here, which is just utterly useless. But I don't know if it's really worth anything to take one of these out at 93, 94, put them in, and then, start training the 85. That doesn't really gain me a whole lot, I don't think, especially considering when I deploy for Clan Wars, I can just take them out. So here, let me, no, I'm not going to show that. I don't want to have to show a full arena battle, but I was just going to show that if you have somebody in training, you can just drag them into your squad that you're deploying, and they don't come out of the training room. They still stay in there, continue to train. Once you're done with the battle, they're still in their training, so you haven't lost anything. So I have deployed with my clan where I'm at 2297. I think I was at 2350 just by putting in this person who was leveling up. Not that one. Yeah, so I swapped out the level 85 for Ken here, who was actually 93 last time I tried it. And Ken's almost at 270,000. We go here, we got Tom at 211, so 59,000 extra just by swapping them out. Anyway, babbling. Let's end this. Not really a whole lot here. My goal was to buy those violet gems, which I did, and try to inlay some of them, but I need to do a little bit more research to hopefully make a better decision. Made a lot of mistakes on this account, and I'm sure I'll make plenty more, and that might be one of them if I'm not careful. So at least, since I don't have a lot of extra time, I don't want to have to redo things too many times and spend too many diamonds. My goal for these diamonds is to, use them when the time comes and make them help me get to a higher level, especially here. So what I need, I'll watch that video later. We got 15,000 badges here. We need to get to 25. This is not one I want to buy, so that's not an option. But at the pace we're going at 2,000 a week, so we got 5 weeks to get where we need to get to. And if I can do some battling, hopefully shorten that out within a month. So maybe about the time that those other hundreds are done training, put them in, hopefully get another legendary artifact. That would put me up to 5, I believe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be my 5th legendary plus hundreds, plus the other stuff. It starts getting me up to a level where I'm no longer the worst. Maybe bottom 60% or what, bottom 40%, I guess. So there's always 10 at the rooms here. So that would put me maybe 6th in power, which gives me a chance to maybe outplay a couple and maybe finish in the top 6 more consistently, which will help get me more points and speed that whole process up until I can get my next artifact. All right, folks. So with that, I'm just going to end this one. Not the most exciting video, just kind of a recap here. And like I said, my next goal for the next Hustle Castle video is going to be to do that training video like I did before. I'll have to do it again and just give some ideas and what is the quote unquote proper way to level your team so you can be competitive and not completely destroy your account from the beginning. And now I might also throw in some idle heroes. I pretty much, with all the grinding, I didn't have time to play it, so I haven't even looked at the game in the last week. Also have multiple accounts there. And with everything else going on, I certainly don't have time to do multiple accounts, but I might be able to just pull one account and we can start going over that as well, and see. So I might upload a couple of those videos as well. And certainly as things are in a little bit of a downtime with Hustle Castle here until the next event, they may, maybe some back and forth between the two. And if there's any interest from people in anything else, then I might look at those as well. So that's it for tonight.